Hello guys, today we're gonna go ahead and do another squared around, but this time it's going to be an offset, meaning that instead of the circle and square being dead center, it's now gonna have an offset like so. So what we're gonna do is gonna do a 4" by 4" square to a 7" diameter circle, which you see here like that. And we're going to have a 1.5" offset from the center down or up, doesn't matter which way. And it's going to be 4 inches in height, meaning like this, 4 inches in height. All right, let's do this. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and divide the square in 4 sections, like so. Okay, so we're going to make a 7" diameter circle. We're going to go 1/2" offset, meaning that from center to center. So here's the center of our square. We're going to go ahead and go, let's go down. So we're going to go 1.5" offset, which is here. So 1.5. So do a mark right there. So that's a 1/2". So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that 1/2" mark here and here, because that's going to help me divide the 7" diameter circle all at once. So 7 inches divided by 2 is 3.5. So you can open up your compass at 3.5 inches. 1, 2, 3.5. Like so. We know that that's our center. So 1.5" down. So we're going to put our sharp tip compass there. And we're going to go ahead and swing a circle all the way around like so. And there's our 7" diameter circle. We're going to use these points to go ahead and throw our horizontal line. And we're going to go ahead and also divide our circle with a horizontal and vertical line. This will help out later on as we start dividing this and numbering them. Okay, so there's our 4" square, and here's our 7" diameter circle, and it's shifted 1.5 inches down. 1.5 inches down. Here's the center of our circle. There it is. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and divide our pies like so. Strike an arc somewhere here in the center. Put our compass here as well. And since we're also going to do this portion, so this time, since we're doing an offset, it's going to require 2 layouts, 2 patterns. So that's why now we're going to be utilizing the whole thing. But since it's evened out, I'm only going to use a portion of each side. So we're going to strike an arc there, center to the center of the circle. Put a mark there, do the same thing here. Our arc, center to the center of the circle, or line it up to the center of the circle, and there it is. Okay, go through another line here, and like that. So we're going to put our compass here. Now we're going to go strike an arc somewhere in the middle of these pies. So we're going to strike a random arc there, swing it over, strike an arc there, put your compass on that, finish that crisscross arc, throw a random arc here, put your compass there, finish that crisscross arc. Oh, we already did that. Okay, so we're going to go here now and finish that. Throw a random arc here, put your compass on this side of the circle, and finish off that crisscross arc. Okay, let's go ahead and mark our lines. So line up your crisscross arc to the center of the circle and put a mark there. Same thing on this side. Mark there. Mark there. Line up to the center of the circle. Mark there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and number them now. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also on this side, we're going to number as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to label these as this section of the square as A and A. So A. We'll do these corners as B, and B. And then the last thing that we'll need is to identify the center of this square. So we're going to give this as X. So just to kind of go over it again. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is right here, and X is the center of the square, which is right here, X. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and put out our true length triangle. And our true length triangle is a horizontal and vertical lines that meet at one point, which is here. And this is to establish the distance from one point to another. Okay, on our true length triangle, we're going to go ahead and put a 4-inch mark, a height mark. So you're going to start where the vertical and horizontal lines meet and go up 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a mark there, and that is our 4-inch mark. That is what we want, 4-inch height. Now we're going to go ahead and transfer all this information from this portion onto our baseline here. So start with, put your tip on A, sharp point on tip on A, and the other point on 1, A to 1. Put your sharp point on the both vertical and horizontal lines meet. Strike an arc on the baseline right there, and that is now number 1. Same thing on 2. Sharp tip on A, and the other end of your compass with a pencil point on 2. Lock it in place and transfer that onto your baseline of your true length triangle. Strike an arc, and that is 2. Rinse and repeat. Okay, we're going to do 3. Put your tip on A, pencil point on 3, lock it in place. Put your sharp point on both the vertical and horizontal lines meeting. Strike an arc, and that is 3. Rinse and repeat. Okay, 4. Go to A, 4, lock it in place. Strike an arc here, that is 4, and 5 is going to A to 5, lock it in place, and there's 5, and then the last thing is the distance from X to 5, so put your compass on 5 and the other end on X. Lock it in place, and then transfer it onto your true length triangle. And now that is X. Okay. So this section, we're going to call it section A. So this true length triangle is going to be section A, or true length triangle A. We're now going to go ahead and now get this information on another true length triangle. Since we don't have space here and I want you guys to see it, I want to go ahead and make another true length triangle here on top, so it'd be a lot easier to see. So again, I'm going to throw a horizontal and vertical line and 90 degrees to make our true length triangle. We're going to go 4 inches, so we're going to go up from here up 4 inches. So I'm just going to use my compass on this side and lock it in place here because I know that's 4 inches, and then just simply transfer this information to here. Okay, so that's 4 inches. Okay, now what we did here, A to 1, A to 2, A to 3, A to 4, A to 5, do the same thing on this side. B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5, and then X5. Okay, so B1, go to B and then 1, lock it in place, put your sharp point where both the vertical and horizontal lines meet, and strike an arc. That is now 1. Go to 2. Let's go ahead and use this one. So go to B and then put your other point on your compass on 2, lock it in place like so. Put it on your true length triangle, strike an arc. That is now 2. Now we're going to go ahead and do 3. So go B and then open up your compass to 3, lock it in place, and transfer it to your true length triangle. That is 3 now. Go 4, put your compass on B, open up your compass to 4, lock it in place, transfer it over to your true length triangle like so, strike an arc. That is 4. The last one is going to be 5, so go B and open it up to 5, lock it in place, and transfer it over to your true length triangle like so, strike an arc. That is 5, and then X, so put your compass on 5, and then the other end on X, lock it in place, transfer it to your true length triangle, and that is now X. Okay, so we've done that. Now we have all information on our true length triangles for section B and section A. Now comes the fun part, and now that is making these. Now we'll be able to make these based on the information that we have here and here. So let's begin. So we're going to go ahead and do a establish our points A and A right around here. So we're going to go ahead and do a horizontal line like that, and we're going to go 4 inches from here to here. 4 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let me make it more over to this side. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now this line represents this here. Let's go ahead and finish this off so it looks cleaner. So you guys can see that. Okay, so this is A, okay? All right, let's start transferring information onto our layout right here. So put your sharp point on 1 on your 2-lane triangle A. Open your other point to the 4-inch height mark, lock it in place, put your point on A, strike an arc somewhere here in the middle, a random arc like that. Do the same thing on this side, strike a random arc like that, and now you've established 1. Okay, next thing is we want to go and find 2. So as you can see, we're going to be making this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we want to go ahead and look for 2. So first, you get the distance from 1 to 2 with your compass, like so. Now lock it in place. Hopefully you guys can see that. 1 to 2. Put your sharp point on 1, and then strike an arc on both sides of 1. A random arc like that. Swing it over. Random arc like so. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and finish it off by finding 2. Go back to your 2-lane triangle. Put your sharp point on 2. Open it up to your 4-inch height mark. Lock it in place. Put your point on A. And now you're going to crisscross the previous arcs like that. And like that. You've established 2 now. Rinse and repeat. I don't know if you guys can see that. Now we're going to do 3. So find the distance from 2 to 3 by putting your compass and finding it like so. It's kind of close. That'd be good if you guys have 2 compasses. You won't have to open up one every time. So that's the beauty of having 2 compasses. So strike an arc on both sides of 2 like so. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and finish off by finding 3. Go to your 2-lane triangle. Put your sharp point on 3. Open up the other end with a pencil mark on the 4-inch height mark. Lock it in place. Put this sharp point on A. Strike an arc like that. Strike an arc on this. On A to that one. And you found 3. Okay, same thing. Now is 4. So 3 to 4. The distance from 3 to 4 is like this. It's pretty close. So put your point on 3, strike a random arc like this. Same thing on this side. Put on 3, strike a random arc like so. Now go to your 2-lane triangle to find 4. So go to 4, sharp point on 4, the other end on the 4-inch height mark like so. Lock it in place. Put your tip on A. Crisscross the previous arc like that. Crisscross the other side like so. And now you found 4. Almost done. What's next? 5. 4 to 5. So the distance from 4 to 5 looks like this. So since we have that information here, we're going to put this point on 4. Strike a random mark like this. Go on the other side. Put it on 4. Strike a random arc like so. Finish it off by finding 5. So put your compass on 5 on this 2-lane triangle. Put your tip on the 4-inch height mark like so. Lock it in place. Go back to A on this side and swing an arc like so on that. But go on this side of A. Crisscross the other arc like so. And now you found 5. So this is 5. Okay. So now that we have this, and now we found this arc, half of this circle, which is this. Now the last thing that we need is from A to X. So we're going to go from here to here, 2 inches, halfway, because we're going to do half, 2 halves. So since we know that from here to here is 2 inches, you're going to use your compass. You're going to put it like so, lock it in place from A to X. So that is 2 inches. If you guys can see that, 2 inches. You're going to put your sharp point on A and swing a random half moon arc on both sides of A, like this. and like this. Okay, and then our last part is by finding X, which is here. So you're going to go to your true length triangle, put your sharp point on X, which is right there, open it up to your 4-inch height mark like so, lock it in place. Now you're going to put your sharp point on 5, on 5s, or both 5s, like this, swing it over and strike an arc like this. Put this point on this side now on 5, swing it over, strike an arc like that, and now you found 5. So I mean X, so from 5 to X is right here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and connect these lines. So like that. Actually, that one, I don't know what the hell happened there. Okay, like this. A to X. Remember, A is here, and X is this. Okay. So we're now gonna draw this out. So now connect all these lines, all these numbers. So this right here that you're doing is a precise, I guess, radius to get the 7-inch diameter circle, or half portion of that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and draw bend marks. So your bend marks are always going to start from A and then to the numbers. Again, hopefully in the future I can show you guys how it's done on a machine as soon as I get access to it, and I can take a video of it. But I'm assuming that for the people that are watching these videos, they're either in that field of wanting learning this stuff, or they're just curious. But for the people that are going to get into the sheet metal stuff, they're going to eventually have to use this anyways, the machine. So why not give you guys an idea how it's done later in the future. Okay, so that's it. Just like other videos, if I made this correctly, based on this information that I have here, if I made it right, this should match this. Let's see. And there it is. It's pretty close. Okay. Okay, so now that we have this, we now go ahead and we now need to make this side right here. So let's go ahead and start that side. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again. Now we're going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line to establish this 4-inch length mark right there. So let's see, right around here. That's pretty close. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is now the B section. B. Okay. So everything from here is all downhill. It's just transferring the information from here to here. Put your point on 1. Open the other side of your compass to the 4-inch height mark, lock it in place. Put your tip on B. Then strike a random mark in the middle, right around here like that. Put it on the other side of B. Strike a random mark like so. And now you found 1. This is 1. Okay. Now we want to go ahead and find the distance from 1 to 2, because 2 is going to be around here and here. So distance from 1 to 2 is like so. It's pretty close. So we're going to put our sharp point on the center of 1 like that, and then strike a half moon arc like this, swing it over and do the same thing on that side. Now we're going to go ahead and look for 2 on our 2-length triangle. Put your sharp point on 2. Open up the other end to the 4-inch height mark like so. Lock it in place. Put your tip on B. And crisscross the previous arc like that. Go to the other side of B. Crisscross the other arc like that. And now you found 2. You guys can see. This is 1. This is 2. So these 2 are right here. Okay, next number, 3. So 2 to 3, first find the distance from 2 to 3, and we know it's like that. Put your point now on 2. Swing an arc like so. Go the same thing on this side. Put on this side of 2. Swing a random arc like so. Now we're going to go back to our 2-length triangle. Go to 3. Put your compass on 3, open up your other end to your 4-inch height mark, like so. Put your tip on B, crisscross that arc like so, go to the other side of B, crisscross that arc, and now you found 3. Okay, same thing. Now we want to go for 4, so this is the distance from 3 to 4 is like this. We want to make sure that it's even here. So we're going to transfer this information from this compass like that. Put it on 3. Swing an arc. Do the same thing on this side. Put it on 3. And swing an arc. Now you're going to use your compass again and go to your 2-length triangle. Put your sharp point tip on 4. And then open up your other end of your compass on the 4-inch height mark. Lock it in place. Put your tip on B. Swing an arc there. Swing an arc there. And as you guys noticed, I missed the arc, so that's okay. So go back. The distance from 3 to 4, we know that it's like this. So we're going to go back and put it on 3. And finish the arc like so. Do the same thing on this side. Finish the arc like that, and there it is. That's 4. That was an example of why it's sometimes good to exaggerate your arcs. Okay, the last one is 5. So the distance from 4 to 5. Just do it with this so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're doing. So the distance from 4 to 5 is like this. I'm going to lock it in place. Take this compass, go to 4, swing an arc. Wow, that was bad. Swing an arc like that. Go to this side of 4, swing an arc like that. Okay, now we want to go to our 2-length triangle, look for 5. So put your sharp point on 5. Open up the other end with a pencil point on the 4-inch height mark, lock it in place. Put your point here on B and crisscross the previous arc like that. Crisscross the other arc like so. And now you found 5. So that's 5. Okay, again, we've already have this B and B, which is here, B and B. Now we want to reach halfway. So this 4-inch, half of 4 is 2. So we want to reach out 4 inches here so we can find a random mark. So use your compass, since you already know that from X to B is 2 inches. And I'll show you guys right here. See, 2 inches. Actually, that is not 2 inches. It's kind of, maybe I'm not reaching too far. Let me see. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, strike, put it on B, strike a random arc like so, go on this side of B and also strike a random arc like so. Okay, and the last step would be X, so put your sharp point on X and put your other end of your compass on the 4-inch height mark, lock it in place. Now you're going to put your sharp point on 5. Swing down, strike an arc there. Do the same thing here, put it on 5, right around there, swing an arc, and now you found X, which is here. Let me go ahead and erase this. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and connect the lines. As soon as I get done erasing this, okay, so X to 5 is like that. B to X looks like this. B to X looks like that. Then X to 5. Now we're going to connect the numbers. 1 or 5. 5 to 4. 4 to 3. 3 to 2, 2 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Now we're going to go ahead and make our bend marks. B4 or B5, B4, B3, B2, B1. Same thing on this side, B1, B2, B3, 4 and B5. All right. So now this section is here. Now again, we've already made this. This goes here. So same thing. Based on this information that I have here, if I made this correctly, this should match this layout right here. Let's see. Yep, pretty close. So there it is. Let me just show you guys right now. This goes here. And it wraps up like this. Okay, and then this one goes on this side. Like so. And it wraps around like that. And it goes like this. And that's it. So that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, thanks.